Good morning, students. As we all are discussing about the play The Mother's Day by J.B. Priestley, which is a humorous and satirical depiction of the status of the woman in a family, is shown in its serious theme treated in a light-hearted manner. The humor in the play springs from an unusual situation where the personalities of the two ladies exchange bodies. Their subsequent behavior, which is in total contrast to their previous one, is a powerful source of laughter. In the class, we have discussed about how Doris and Cheryl, the children of Mrs. Pearson, was treated by Mrs. Pearson, who is actually Mrs. Fitzgerald, and bound them to take their own responsibility. Both the children are astonished to hear that mother who has been running after them all the time, taking their orders, now refuses to help them and asks them to help themselves. Seeing their mother's unusual behavior, Doris and Cheryl analyze her mother's changed behavior. Both of them shocked at their mother's behavior and discuss about the sudden change in Mrs. Pearson and her carefree behavior. They feel that their mother was all changed. They found certain difference in her mother. She is not in her usual self, behaving in a total different manner. But we readers all know the truth, that it was not Mrs. Pearson, it was actually Mrs. Fitzgerald, and she was taking in a very assertive manner. She wanted the family members of Mrs. Pearson to learn about responsibility. Doris talks about her mother smoking and game of cards, and according to Doris, her mother might have hit her head somewhere, and that could have been the cause of her strange behavior.
After listening to Doris, Cyril immediately asked Doris, does she mean that their mother is Barmy? Now what does Barmy means? Barmy means extremely foolish. Now calling her brother Fathead, Doris clarifies and told him that her mother might have a concussion. What is now concussion? Concussion means brain injury that affects someone's brain function. She explains that their mother might have had injury in her brain that is making her behave insanely, in an unconscious manner. Cheryl agrees that their mother's behavior was rather very odd, but Doris' idea seems too far-fetched. Now what is far-fetched? That means it is difficult to believe for him. Doris started giggling at the thought of what will happen if their mother keeps behaving in this unusual manner in front of their father. Cheryl also begin to guffaw. Now what does guffaw means? Guffaw means nothing but a loud and a hearty laugh. So Cheryl makes fun of what is going to happen in that case and jokes about it while saying that he is even willing to stay at home for watching the drama when their fathers come home. That is why Cyril is saying that I am staying in for that 2 front dress circles for the first house. Now dress circles are special seat reserved for watching the live theatres. So Cheryl is making fun and willing to stay at home for watching the drama when their fathers comes home. Now the children are scared at their mother's unusual behavior, but at the same time they feel funny finding their mother behaving in a very strange and comical way, drinking, smoking, and reprimanding them so unconventionally, which she had never done before. Now, as I have told you in the class that all this is happening in their house, it is actually done by Mrs. Fitzgerald, who is inside the body of Mrs. Pearson, and she is treating the children and the family members harshly because she wanted to bring change in their family. She wanted everyone to respect the actual Mrs. Pearson and give her the respect she deserves. I hope you understand this part.